restaurants takes you to Thailand, where the chicken is not only frying, it's flying.
This place is very entertaining.
It doesn't get any weirder than this. Then we're off to Germany to mine for our meal and sing for our supper.
Who goes into a mountain to eat? That's weird.
If I'm not back in a couple of years, come looking for me, okay? We'll jet to Japan for speedy sushi that's on the fast track.
Very, very yummy.
Here we go, man versus machine. And end up in Paris, where onion rings and wrestling rings go hand in hand. This place has got me itching for a fight. Think chickens don't fly? Think again. Because at Bangkok's Crouton flying chicken restaurant, they take flight with the greatest of ease. How they land, not so graceful. That's the whole point. Not exactly your typical rotisserie barbecue joint. At Crouton, you can certainly tie one on by playing a game of chicken. Flying chicken, that is. Guests love the circus-like atmosphere as their chicken takes flight before being skewered and served up to them on plates.
Crouton is the home of the flying chicken. It's both fun and delicious.
Live music, karaoke, flying chicken, and great food.
Mouth-watering Bangkok favorites like coconut curries, whole steamed catfish, and pad thai share the spotlight with the airborne fowl. It doesn't get any weirder than this. I'm getting a little tutorial on the pre-flight preparation of this chicken. He's already put down some star anise, some cinnamon, some ginger, some galangal, which is a type of ginger. Now he's adding some garlic, coriander root, and this goes in a pot of boiling water with the chickens for about a half an hour to infuse them with flavor. And then they deep fry it, which is going to give it a beautiful crispy exterior and trap all that lovely flavor on the inside. Now that's a chicken that's ready for liftoff. This place is a beautiful outdoor patio. It's so nice and breezy out here. We've got the lanterns, the palm trees, these karaoke rooms, fish tank, and then in the center, we've got a catapult over here, and these crazy servers on their unicycle. Now it's time to see if Crouton's chicken tastes as good as it flies. Look at that. That is a thing of beauty. The skin is crispy, the meat is surprisingly moist, and it has tons of flavor. For a chicken that's been boiled, fried, and catapulted, this is shockingly delicious. Can you see what I just saw?
My favorite thing is to ride unicycles and catch chickens.
We find the talent through the families and children of our staff members. They ask me if they can try, so I audition them to see if they have what it takes.
Before these young men become fully seasoned chicken catching artists, they must first apprentice with foil-wrapped cabbage. Then they move on to the skill-testing small stuff. These guys are trying to catch it live! Oh, and he came so close!
Once we have a successful candidate, training takes about 6 months. Only then are they ready to perform.
First I learned how to unicycle, then I learned how to catch chickens, and finally I put the riding and catching together. Very difficult indeed.
How's this for a stunning presentation? And you know, it's not just beautiful, it's functional because this catfish has been poached in these juices and with all these herbs and spices in this very fish-shaped container. Mushrooms, garlic, onions, and all of these helped create this beautiful broth. Oh, it's so sweet, so tasty. Just at the tail end, you get a little bit of the heat from the chilies.
I think the food is great, especially the chicken.
I have the pandan chicken, and then fried fish, and then fried chicken.
So tell me, do you come here for the flying chickens or for the rest of the food?
Both.
Both?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Look at these gorgeous shrimp in red curry sauce, surrounded by these Thai basil leaves. The shrimp is so succulent, and this red chili sauce, it's got beautiful heat, beautiful sweetness, and it's got incredible richness from the coconut milk. All in all, this is just a perfect dish. If they can catch the flying object, they win a rubber chicken.
Next contestant is Bob from the Food Network. Let's see if he's man enough.
Just pretend he's not here, like I'm doing this on my own.
Bob is a winner. He will receive the rubber chicken.
It's kind of humiliating. That took me 4 tries, and that little kid got it in his first attempt. I think you should get this kid a job here. Bringing out a salad on a unicycle is one thing, but a hot pot? I mean, this guy's fearless. This is a hot and sour prawn soup, and as you can see, it looks like this chef made a very thin omelet and put little chunks of it in the soup. Never seen anything like this before. Sweet, spicy, and sour all at the same time. I mean, that's the thing about Thai food. It's the balance of those components that makes Thai food so unique. We've got unicyclists skewering, catapulting chicken, karaoke, and the kind of Thai food you can only dream about.
I think it's fun. This place is very entertaining. It's fantastic.
But before my visit is complete, I have one final mission. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. Yeah! Germany's Brewing light dinner is a unique dining experience that adds a whole new meaning to the term underground restaurant. I feel like I've tunneled my way into some kind of exclusive dining club.
The Brewing light dinner is a total unique dining experience. We serve the dinner with 100 people, and it's a really exclusive event.
The fixed menu is catered by the Flair Hotel Nieder, nestled in Ostwig, Germany. So, Josef, can you walk me through the menu?
We have got a smoked ham of this area. It's served with rye bread, butter on a slate. Then we have got a knuckle of pork with German sauerkraut and potatoes. As a dessert, we serve German cheese with grapes.
The food may be pretty simple, but getting into the mine is anything but. What are the challenges of serving food down here?
We have to take everything down. It's a lot of work.
That includes a 10-kilometer drive from the restaurant to the mine shaft. All the food for tonight's dinner, as well as all the glasses, plates, napkins, cutlery, it's all being loaded onto this old mining train. They're gonna send it down, way down, into this very deep and very dark tunnel. Approximately 300 meters into the mine.
The biggest disaster we had was that the food fell off the train. All the meals and all the entrees were swimming in the water, and so we had to go back out and ask our kitchen to prepare new stuff, and so we had the pressure and everything. It was horrible.
Well, here goes. If I'm not back in a couple of years, come looking for me, okay? We're just about to descend into the tunnel. You know, I've arrived at restaurants in fancy cars, via glass elevators, but never in an old tin can like this, that's for sure.
Every guest have very fun here in underground.
Terra firma, praise the Lord.
Who goes into a mountain to eat? That's weird.
Not weird, it's just Germany, you know?
I asked for a window seat, and all I got was the shaft. Tell me about this ham. How is this prepared?
This ham is a German smoked ham. It's salted for nearly 1 week and it's smoked for 3 or 4 days.
Wow, that is the most intense smoked ham that I've ever had. It smells like a chimney.
Yep.
Delicious. And it's all served up on a piece of slate. And this is the exact same kind of slate that you see on people's roofs all over this part of Germany. And this bread is a rye bread, very, very dense, which is a good thing because you need a bread like this to stand up to this kind of ham. All right, so Chef, what are we doing here?
So I'm cutting the onions, the ham, and all the rest of the stuff for our sauerkraut.
If there's one secret to preparing this cooked sauerkraut, what would it be?
We hate to cook it too long. We just cook it half an hour and then it's done. So you have got still some bit in the sauerkraut, and this is very fine.
Right, so the bites, you get like the toothsomeness. You know, this is no theme park. This place is the real deal. This rickety, rusty, old claustrophobic train that you ride in on, and these dark, dank tunnels that you have to walk through. This is exactly what the miners would have experienced on their way to work. That's the sound that the miners would have experienced when they're working down here. It's deafening. Well, there's no question about it. This is a real mine. I mean, you can see it, you can feel it, you can touch it. In terms of dining experiences, it doesn't get any more authentic or any weirder than this.
When the people receive tin can and get their food, some people laugh and some people are astonished how hot it is and all that.
Oh, wow, look at this. Hard to believe this has traveled several miles by car and then it's come through the mine on a train and finally was walked up to the restaurant here, and it's still steaming hot.
So here we have got our knuckles of pork. It's very, very tender and nice meat.
Okay, now this is the pork knuckle.
It's a pork knuckle.
Tonight's dinner is coming from this part of the pig, and a little later on, if you're lucky, you might get something from this part of the pig. Oh, this whole meal works together so beautifully thematically. I mean, you've got the richness of the pork knuckle, the acidity of the sauerkraut that just plays off the fat in the meat. And then, I mean, how can you go wrong with a roast potato? This is a meal that any miner would die for after a long, hard day underground.
Yeah, it's very good. It's hot, it's fine, it's rustical.
It was really a big surprise and it's so delicious.
If the food was this good in the mines where you worked, would you have retired?
Nein.
This is definitely the only restaurant I've ever been to where miners are allowed to serve beer.
We eat and drink and have fun, yes?
One amazing meal, 300 meters below the surface, and 3 kegs of beer. What does that add up to? There you go.
Very special place.
Very good, very good.
Nobody expected something like this here. Nobody.
Happy end! Happy end! How do you top a dinner in the mine shaft? I'll show you how. That's how. The Japanese are famous for being efficient, and there's no better example than Kura Sushi, a futuristic restaurant in Tokyo where they've eliminated the servers and replaced them with conveyor belts. The result? Budget sushi. It's hard to tell if I've just entered a restaurant or a casino. At Kura, sushi favorites are ordered, created, and even cleaned up with computerized systems. It's ground controlled to major yum.
We have over 40 patents for the technology we use, from keeping sushi fresh to the games our customers play.
We love coming here because it's really fast. As soon as you sit down, you can eat.
So much distraction for kids, so we can eat as well.
You just take this like this.
Anything that appeals to you?
Yes.
And the dome just pops up. So we have some shrimp here on rice, crab salad. Nice little omelet. The beautiful thing is, if you miss one dish, there's always another one coming down the conveyor belt. This place is like a 5-alarm assault on the senses. I mean, you've got the smells, the bells, the conveyor belts, aisle after aisle after aisle of every table has its own video monitor. Freshness is guaranteed as each plate's sensor tells Central Command how long it's been traveling. Crab salad wrapped up in nori, a little bit of rice underneath, nice and luscious, lots of mayonnaise in there. This is a little bit of omelet. You can see that this is formed with several layers, and now you can see them disappear. What's up here? Is this a different menu from down here?
This is a special order.
So there's 2 tracks. There's the regular track and then the express. That is fantastic. Well, there's no servers. Who's going to clear the table?
Put that plate
Right.
and then throw here.
I love this. After the customer takes the dish and puts it through the slot, a stream of water brings them down here where someone takes them, puts them into this position. They get sucked into this hot water dishwasher, and when they're all clean, they pop up here, they go back on the conveyor belt, and boom, out to the restaurant. So how do you feel about being displaced by a conveyor belt?
That makes my job easy.
And for clearing their own plates, customers are rewarded with a game.
Slot game. You lost.
For every 5 plates, a chance to win a prize.
3, 4.
And they won a prize. It's actually a miniature version of the Kura Sushi delivery plate. We want to order a shrimp tempura. Push the button. And then how long does it take to come?
Saying that it's coming in 2 minutes.
That was 2 minutes to get here. Super hot. It was right out of the deep fryer. That was excellent. That was lunch.
Yummy. Very, very yummy.
We serve 20,000 plates to 2,000 customers every single day.
I ate 7 plates and I loved it.
I ate 8 plates.
My son and I had 20 plates each, so 40 in total.
I just come for the sake.
Okay, let's see if we can order something else. Udon. That's my udon. Those noodles have the perfect chew to them. And the sauce is a nice combination of fishiness and soy. This all works together really nicely. Are there actual humans in the kitchen, or is it all robots?
Yes. There is a human.
So check this out. It's a sushi rolling machine. It's a sheet of nori with the push of a button perfectly covered with rice. Add 1 piece of cucumber. perfectly rolled.
But I still prefer my sushi the old-fashioned way.
Here we go. Man versus machine. 3, 2, 1, go. I can see he's just pushing buttons there. Oh, he's killed me. Which sushi would you rather have? This one or this one?
Why don't you try natto? It's a fermented beans. It's slimy and it's stinky.
You had me at slimy, sure. Fermented bean, stinky and stringy and
Slimy.
slimy. Woo! I think we're gonna file that one under A for acquired taste. Purple sweet potatoes. This is incredible. Can you see how gorgeous this color is? It's almost like the Japanese version of a candy apple. What a surprise. Did I win?
You win. This is robot sushi.
Wow. You know, I think what makes Kura Sushi so popular is that it takes your traditional sushi setting and it adds a whole layer of adventure and spontaneity, combines the thrills and excitement of a casino with the vibe of a happening sushi joint. It's no wonder everyone's having such a good time. Domo arigato, roboto. At La Lucha Libra in Paris, tasty Tex-Mex is the main course, and a can of whoop. That's what you get for dessert. This place has got me itching for a fight.
La Lucha Libre is a restaurant and a bar when people can eat, but they could also watch Mexican wrestling and participate.
If you're wrestling for what to do while in Paris, head over to La Lucha Libra, a restaurant that teams up a knockout menu with the Mexican fighting art.
It's a mix between Mexican and American food. A nice salad, big burgers, a range of what we call tapas, small dishes, where you could restaurant with your friends. And that's very unique.
I'm going to fight with my friends downstairs.
You don't expect something that funny in Paris.
She won!
Look at this, all the Tex-Mex specialties I missed from home. I'd love to try some guacamole, some jalapeno poppers, your Mexican burger. Given that I'm here in Paris, I can't resist having a charcuterie plate. This part of the restaurant is full of wrestling iconography. The wrestling masks here, the authentic wrestling posters.
A piñata?
Of course. And a whole collection of wrestling-inspired Mexican folk art. Weirdest thing in Paris, here we go.
Let's go.
Check this out, there's 2 women in a Mexican wrestling ring wearing Japanese sumo wrestler outfits. You know, this may be a Mexican restaurant, but the French would start a royal rumble if they didn't get their charcuterie plate. You've got the French version of Gruyere, some blue cheese, chèvre, which is goat's cheese, prosciutto, 2 kinds of salami, cornichon, and of course a slab of butter. Basically, all my favorite things. You're gonna have to wrestle this plate away from me.
The only place where a wrestler can earn a real salary from this kind of activity.
I wear this mask because people love cats.
Tonight you will see one of our star wrestlers.
At my clock, it makes me feel sexy.
Pickle throw, drink too much.
Pickle means drunk, and throw means too much.
So Mr. Pickle Throw,
Yeah.
what would it take for me to become a wrestler like you?
Costume,
Costume? Check.
a mask,
Got it.
and a stupid name.
Look at this. You got a generous patty, big pile of homemade guacamole, and a bun that can only have been baked in a Parisian bakery. It's juicy, it's spicy. This is a real knockout. In any other restaurant, if a fight broke out, you'd be horrified. But here, if a fight didn't break out, you'd be disappointed.
I'm not afraid at all. I'm ready for that.
Chilango! She's gonna kill me. Next time, I think I'll just buy her a drink. It'll be a lot easier.
I kick Bob's.
I'm in a Mexican wrestling restaurant in the heart of Paris, dipping shrimp that have been battered just like the wrestlers into a Thai sauce. Honestly, I don't know if this is fusion or confusion. You got your deep-fried mozzarella sticks, your jalapeno poppers, and your guacamole smothered with fried onions. This is definitely food for a rowdy crowd that's ready to rumble. It's like a classic popper. I mean, you've got the jalapeno, and they've replaced the conventional cheese with goat's cheese. Deep fry the bundle. Man, this will give you a kick in the old spandex. Chicken wings with a spicy Mexican barbecue sauce. Crispy on the outside, tender on the inside. definitely worth fighting over.
And speaking of fighting, Pickle Trope challenged me to one final round.
I like to rest in ease because the girls are hot and the beer is cold.
Here goes nothing! In any other restaurant, masked Mexican wrestlers and Tex-Mex cuisine would be a recipe for disaster. But as you can see here in Paris, it's a total crowd pleaser.
What is really fantastic and very unique at Lucha Libre is that you can eat, you can drink, but you can also come into the ring to do the show with your friends.
La Lucha Libra flies in the face of everything that Paris stands for, both for tourists and for locals. And that's exactly why it's so successful. I need some dessert now.